Hello Aries and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your what do you need to know for mid-February 2021. Let's see what your energy is. The Lovers, and you know what? It is around Valentine's Day, so this could potentially be a really powerful romantic connection. Definitely twin flame connection. Not saying that they'll always last, okay? Some flames burn out, but some burn for lifetimes. Anyways, let's see what this has to do. It could also be about self-love, balancing the masculine, feminine, but let's see. All right, what does Aries need to know for mid-February? Interesting. Oh, wow. Wow, yay, oh my gosh. I don't know if you just heard me stamping my feet. Okay, so it's not gonna be easy, but it is going to be in a overall positive direction. So, this has something to do with, in the past, an emotional upset. So this is the Five of Cups, remember past energy, and it is a minor arcana card and a 5, so very temporary. So it's like an emotional disappointment because cups are water, emotions, and likely with someone who you're in a loving relationship with. I mean, to be honest, look, the Lovers often is a romantic relationship. However, it can be any type of partnership where there's love, anywhere from family, friends, even a business partnership, neighbors, things like that. This can represent self-love, but I feel like for most of you, it will be representing a romantic love connection. Your energy at this moment is the Four of Wands, and this is like, I'm kind of feeling, it's almost like you've, with this relationship, with this connection, you've gotten to a certain point and maybe become a little bit lazy, potentially the other person as well. But it's quite easy to sometimes, when we're in a relationship for a certain amount of time, to suddenly be like, okay, well, I don't really need to continue to, work and focus and grow with this connection. I'm just going to kind of kick back and relax a little bit. Maybe you feel like, I've made it as far as I need to make it, even though there's also parts of you that don't think that that's kind of your main energy right now. And maybe because you have a certain level of commitment, for example, so you feel like you don't really, I have the commitment, so I don't really need to continuously focus on building, at least not in that moment in time. However, what you need to know, this is crazy. So this could be you or the other person. I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be the other person. Yeah, and I feel like you'll be approaching them about this. But what you need to know is the moon. So sometimes this can represent a Pisces, but the moon is illusion, delusion, deceit, someone sneaking around in the dead of night, lies, secrets. It can be deep skeletons in the closet. So I feel like there is some deep, dark secret in the soul of this other person, your loving connection. And I feel like you are going to, on a very practical, and also, like, it doesn't mean necessarily that they're lying to you or that they're, keeping this big lie from you or something like that, right? This can represent like they're going through potentially the dark night of the soul. They might be getting really depressed. They might not really be telling you about that. They might have these, really difficult feelings in their soul, in their heart, and they're not necessarily expressing it. And it's not like, it really depends on the person, because sometimes people will hide something from someone else, not because they're like, oh, well, I want to keep that person at a distance. Sometimes it can be because I don't want to put my baggage on someone else. I'd rather just do this alone. You know what I mean? So it could be either way, but you're going to have to intuit that from your partner, but we'll get more information in a moment. I feel like you are going to, in a very solid, stable, and grounded and practical way, approach your partner. I feel, honestly, and it might even just be from like, are you eating well? Are you sleeping enough? Are you getting out in nature? Are you exercising? Just making sure that their survival needs are even being met. Just from, are you warm enough? Just things like that. Is your home calm enough? For things from a very practical nature. The outcome is very good, all right? I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, though. I'll show you the aspecting cards in a moment. The outcome is the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this, along with many other things, you approaching this person and just being like, showing that you really want to be there with them, like fully present, you know, during their darkest times, I think is really going to make them feel really secure with the connection ultimately. Because we've got the 10 of Pentacles, family, security. I feel like this situation will actually make your relationship reach a new positive level, like extra security with the connection, because it's like, if you're still with someone and standing strong with your partner when they're going through some sort of a crisis or something, they might not even understand what they're going through. You know what I mean? It could be like really depressed, mental illness, drugs, addiction, stuff like that. It could be gambling addiction, you know? It could be a lot of things that can take us to dark places. But I feel like this is really going to show that you will stay with this person and that you're a really good partner, and that they can count on you. Now, the thing is, I feel like they might lash out in a way. Okay, so first, even though that is the outcome, there are some aspecting cards that is going to make the path to that positive outcome a little bit bumpy. Because I feel like they might be going through some trust issues. I don't know. They are going to feel a little bit hesitant about truly letting you in. Like, I don't know, can I trust this person? Maybe I should try and do this on my own, like just to really bring you into that super deep level. So I feel like they might be displaying avoidant behavior, but that's because there's a huge part of them that is still uncertain. And that has to do with what they're going through. It does not have to do with you, even though you will feel that way. It's actually, you are going to feel like, oh my gosh, this person you're going to have a lot of negative self-talk, because you'll feel like, okay, why have I been with this person so long if they're not really going to truly let me in? Why have I been trying so hard? And there might even be like some negative messages and negative words back and forth. But you're going to at least have negative thoughts in your head, feeling really insecure about the connection. Let's get some clarification cards. We definitely need clarification for this read this month or mid-month. All right, clarification cards for Aries about the situation mid-February, please and thanking you. Wow, interesting. Okay. Look, I do see security at the end of this. It's just a bumpy road to get there. And need I remind you that the past year has been insane for everyone. There's been so much uncertainty, so much lack of stability, that for any of you who are even making an effort with a secure relationship, romantic relationship or otherwise, you know, you should be very proud of yourself, because things are changing all of the time. Anyway, so I feel like in the past, there may have been some arguments. We may have had this feeling before. So feelings, negative, but those are minor arcana cards, okay? And they're swords, so they're mainly thoughts, okay? They're not even necessarily actions. So I feel like this situation that comes up with your partner, any insecure thoughts that you had in the past are going to come up again, okay? And that's not necessarily so much because of what's going on with them, but the thought patterns in your head, okay? Doesn't matter what it is. Any little bump in the road, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why have I been trying so hard? What am I doing? This is the right thing. Should I have even gotten in a relationship with this person in the first place? Like, I feel like you are going to be a little bit of a hermit. Like, you might not necessarily be and it's also like, you might still kind of be around them, but I feel like you can still be in the same room as someone and not really be present. I feel like you might be a little bit too comfortable with the connection, that you're not fully present when you're with them. You might be thinking about this and that, the future, the past, whatever. And for some of you, you might be doing long distance, and maybe you've kind of reached a bit of a rut in the long distance and you're really beginning to feel that aloneness. Look, this person does have a lot of feelings towards you. And you really like awaken something within them, and that's why they are feeling a little bit scared, maybe. But I feel like they do tell you things, but they don't tell you quite everything. It might come out in spurts a little bit, like unexpected spurts of them kind of sharing certain things that's going on within them. Now, the outcome is being aspected by the Empress. So this is a woman and this is a mother. So I feel like, you know, if you are wanting a woman to be your to be the mother of your children, or if you are a woman and you're wanting to be a mother, I feel that, you know, within this month or the near future, because of this, like, you both will see that there is a secure connection possible. I'm not saying that it's going to definitely 100% be formulated, but both of you at a soul level will be like, wow, this is the woman who I want to be the mother of my children. And you'll be like, wow, I really want to be the mother of his children. Yeah, but for some of you, this could be also your so just mother energy at the end of it, like a nurturing energy, even if it's not physically about being a mother, okay? I feel like even though you're disappointed, like, you're still together, and that's a sign that you will stick together, even if you don't completely consciously feel that all the time. And I feel like just let him or her go through whatever it is they need to go through, and they will make it. They will figure it out that they do want to have a higher level of commitment and potentially marriage or renewing the vows, things like that. So that's pretty cool. Let's get some advice. All right, advice for Aries about the situation, please and thanking you. Awesome. All right, so the first advice card, we have got Temperance. So patience, patience, patience. Everything will happen in divine timing. Maybe you had this idea in your head of like, oh, in my ideal, imagined, you know, idea of what a perfect relationship or what an ideal relationship is supposed to look like. It looks like this, and this looks like this, and this isn't supposed to happen, but it did happen, and this is meant to happen, but it didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to detach from that and realize that, you know, divine timing takes its time, and it's very separate from what we consciously think. You're just going to have to be patient, baby steps. This whole thing to fully flesh out could potentially take up to a year for some of you. The second advice card, we have got the Six of Swords. So this is coming out of troubled waters, and it's really you two in your relationship and your connection. You really have, you know, overcome the majority of the hurdles, and you are going to safer waters where there's more opportunity in the future. You've taken a lot of risks, but you've stuck together. The difficult part of your relationship and connection is for the most part over. The hardest parts are over, and this might be the hardest part, to be honest. Just, you know, do your best with all of the unexpected changes that are coming and that have come, but there are still a few more to come. You know, just do your best to continue to go with the flow and try and have calm, healing thoughts. I know easier said than done. The third advice card, we have got the Hierophant. So again, we had, this is aspecting your partner. And I feel like, you know, think about the big picture, the perspective. You know, sometimes people can maybe have a little argument, but at the end of the day, like, that's not really important. Like, think about what's actually important for you to have a secure, solid connection with a solid foundation. What's the big picture? What's the end goal? And try and just like keep your eye, like, look at everything. Think about everything that you've been through, you know, everything that you've overcome. And I think that this is going to allow both of you, and including you for sure, that you do want a higher level of commitment with this person. You'll realize that. And the fourth advice card, we have got the Fool. And I feel like this often represents Aries, which is you. So I feel like just have and you are the child of the zodiac. You tend to be a bit of a risk taker. So just kind of step into your nature and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna trust, and I'm gonna try, like, there's no baggage, right? You're literally like a child. You're just stepping into this and you're trusting that everything will work out. So have a bit of trust in the universe, even though it's easier said than done. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That is all down below. You can also follow me on social media. Thanks to everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, commented below. I do monthly and mid-monthly readings, so definitely follow. And if you're still here, ooh, secret bonus card, the Chariot. I feel like you might want to go on a little holiday or think about going on a holiday if that is at all possible for you. Or pick some sort of a long-term objective goal and go for it, because that's having a long-term goal, like a big picture of what you want something in your life to look like or your life to look like in the future, is really going to help give you the energy that you need to really move forward. All right, have a great month. Happy Valentine's.